right, Dead End Hip Hop, Jarren Benton, Freebasing with Kevin Bacon album review. And you know, you know, I don't know how much many of you know this, but you know, we are based in Atlanta, so whenever we get a chance to review an Atlanta artist, we like to definitely take that up and do that. And what I thought was dope was that there were a lot of comments asking, there were a few comments and stuff that was asking us to review this album, Jarren Benton's album. So overall, man, I thought the mixtape was cool. He definitely had a couple of tracks on there that I liked. Particularly for me, I kind of like him on more of the non-southern sounding beats. For me, they sound, you know, a little bit better to me as far as his style. You know, overall, I think the guy can definitely rap. He's a cool dude. Seen him around Atlanta a couple of times. FIFO and I, you know, listened to him give an interview once at the A3C, so he's definitely a funny guy. But yeah, man, there was a couple of standout tracks for me. $1 Billion, I thought that was cool with Ritz and John Connor. Schizo was definitely dope. He had a crazy verse on Lean. I think that first verse was crazy, man. He kind of really went in on that. And let's see, there was a couple of other tracks. The shit like is another example of tracks that I liked. GED with 4 Eyes and Laws, I thought was good. It was good to hear 4 Eyes on the track. You know, he's been in Atlanta for a minute, man. Just out there always grinding and pushing and doing his thing, and he's dope. So I remember seeing him a couple of times at some freestyle contests around here in Atlanta, early 2000s. So, but yeah, man, overall, I thought it was a pretty cool mixtape. You know, even on some of those tracks with the production that I didn't kind of get with, you know, his verse and the way he delivered his verse was always really, you know, really cool and good for me. So, yeah, overall, man, yeah, I definitely fuck with it.
When I put on this mixtape, the intro, I was like, oh man, what the hell am I in for? I didn't know if I was gonna feel this, but when I went back through the mixtape and I listened to it a couple times, it's like, damn, that first track reminded me of Eminem. Like, it was just Eminem talking about my dick hurt, or, you know, you talking about his dick and all this other crazy shit. Like, the mixtape was really crazy. And after that first track, and it goes into $1 Billion, I was like, oh shit, you know, Jarren was doing this thing. Like, every track, like the first one, the intro I really wasn't feeling like that. It was definitely not my favorite. But from then on, like, he murdered every single thing that he was on from then on. And I like the fact that he can go with some of the, you know, crazier style hip hop, and then he could do the down south stuff, and, you know, he could do a little bit of storytelling and get a little personal. So I definitely like the fact that on this, he gave you a little bit of everything, but it was mainly crazy stuff. And you know, he does that lane well, you know what I'm saying? Which was surprising to me, but he does it well. You know, his voice is a little bit on the higher pitch side. It bothered me just a little bit, but it goes with his character. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? So it didn't detract from me, but it definitely was a little bit annoying. But I was like, well, he's doing his thing and he's spitting every verse, like he's spitting hard. So I definitely like this mixtape, and I think it was definitely it's definitely getting rotation in my
Well, you know, the thing I think about when it comes to his voice is that I think his voice fits him, and it kind of fits his style. And like you said, it kind of fits, you know, some of the content. He's known for kind of doing that crazy type of rap, that schizo type of rap that he does. And the album title was always very eccentric, like the Huffing with David Hasselhoff. So he's kind of known for that. Him and I think Gerald Walker out of Milwaukee, they always have these kind of real, like Gerald Walker has all these super long ass album titles or song titles, and then when I see, you know, Jarren Benton, he always have, you know, these real eccentric titles for his songs or his mixtape. So, and then you listen to his voice and you listen to some of the lyrics and stuff that he's saying, man, it definitely fits him, and it fits his whole style. And then if you ever get a chance to talk to the guy in person or see him live,
yeah, you understand.
Yeah, you'll completely understand, because he puts on a pretty good ass live show. I saw him at the Schoolboy Q show, and he jumped on stage with Planet 6. It was on the 2 Chainz track, which I, you know, I like that track too. But yeah, man, he's you know, yeah, he's definitely can rap, man. So yeah, I just wanted to throw that in. I'm sorry.
I feel you. I was doing. Yeah,
but yeah, I thought this mixtape I thought it was okay. I mean, I wasn't like blown away or I didn't have a super desire to really listen to this again. I can say, yeah, he, like FIFO said, he do give you a little bit of everything. He give you some serious tracks, the retarded, silly club type of tracks. I do like him. I actually like him, but I guess his voice and the way he rap, I like him better on those southern style type of beats, me personally. But standout tracks was Schizo. Was that Schizo? Yeah, that one, and the joint he had with Playboy Trey. That was
Playboy was good.
yeah, that was a good joint right there. And Being Bucks joint, that was good. It was probably like what, maybe 7 tracks on there that I think I can deal with overall as a project. So I mean,
How many on there altogether?
I think it's like what, 16? I think.
So
16,
7 out of 16.
Yeah, I can probably listen to straight up, whatever. I can just pick out the songs that I like the most and keep them on the iPod. But yeah, this mixtape, his flow he can rap. I mean, it's nothing really amazing, really stand out for me with this dude when I listen to this mixtape a few times. So.
Did you like the Lord Knows track with Freeway?
Yeah, because that was a very, he wasn't on that retarded, silly shit. He was on some serious shit on that. What? I'm just being for real. He was on that serious shit on that track. You know what I'm saying? All 3 of them was. So I thought that was a good one. That's one of the 7. One of the 7 I picked. But overall, it was alright. It was cool.
I'm kind of with D. I like him. I like him a lot more than I like his production. I don't think his production is bad. I think his production is cool, but it sounds weird with him rhyming over it. But I don't think he should change it. I think he should leave it because it makes him sound different. Like, the way he rhymes, I wouldn't expect him to be over that weird Rick Ross sounding production. Like that big, loud, I don't know what kind of production you call that.
That boom shit?
Yeah, that boom.
That southern boom shit.
That's Southern boom.
But the second I started listening to him, the first thing that came to mind, I was like, M. And it didn't end until I got to the end of the mixtape. I just kept hearing M. I mean, not in a bad way, but I don't want to sound like he's, making it sound like he's biting M or nothing, but it was just like, I just kept hearing Eminem throughout the entire mixtape. Like he even does the weird Eminem record scratch thing he does with his voice, that irrit thing, you know what I'm talking about? Probably don't, whatever. He even has the, on one of the tracks, he even does the bleed, bitch, bleed.
Yeah.
Which M does on, I forget the song, but it's the one where he kills Kim and, bleed, bitch, bleed.
Yeah, when he does
the exact same thing. And I don't know if he's doing that on purpose, like he's trying to be ironic, or if, I don't know. It's just weird. But yeah, overall, yeah, like B, I think the dude can definitely rap. I don't know if I was as impressed by the mixtape as you two were, but I would put it on every once in a while, not very often, just because the production is not something that I care for that much. But he's definitely a good rapper. He's a pretty dope rapper. He's got some great lines. He said something about, am I the only one that wanted to fuck Casey Anthony?
Oh yeah.
No, you weren't.
I think he had a lot of lines on this though.
Because she is
You're
so
a fuck. You would fuck Casey Anthony, wouldn't you? Yeah, wouldn't you? I'd do it now just so I can tell y'all I did it. Like, I fucked Casey Anthony last night.
That killed that baby?
Yep. And I killed that baby.
Stupid, yo.
I killed that baby.
What you guys think about that skit, the No Homo skit?
That shit
was hilarious. When it first came on, I was like, okay, he didn't start off that bad, but he just kept getting worse and worse, and dude's like, yeah, man, just don't even call me no more. Click. That shit was hilarious.
Yeah, I like when skits, mesh with the mixtape real good. I'm glad it wasn't like super out of place and nothing like that. So.
No, that skit was funny.
That shit was hilarious.
It did start off kind of, whatever. Then he was just like,
Did you see Brett Favre's dick?
I mean, he was packing on me, no homo.
Yeah, no.
It was there.
It was there though. No homo.
That shit was funny.
Yeah.
For the deep tissue massage.
Yeah. Oh, I got some new lotion. So what you doing this weekend? You not doing nothing this weekend? Well, we need to get a little bit closer and spend some time together. No homo, nothing like that. Yeah. Damn, dude.
That shit was funny.
And the song playing in the background was perfect. The Beanie Mardonis or something like that. That shit was hilarious.
Oh. Man, Jarren to me, man, he's a funny cat that can rhyme. He's witty. I like him. You know what I'm saying? And if y'all watch the show, you already know what type of beats I like. So I definitely was feeling the production on this. I think that he sound. I don't know if he sounds weird, out of place, but he could definitely do those. what you call them, Mike?
Southern boom shit.
Yeah, the boom shit, the boom type of beats. I think he could do it, but you know, it's not him, but he could do it well. So as long as he does one or two and that's it, I'm cool with that. Yeah, you know, I like the production. Jarren Benton, keep doing your shit, man. I fucks with it. Just a little bit, just for now. Damn, Mike. That's the only thing.
Don't they always come on there and say, does it bump in the whip? Does it bump whip? I don't want to listen to it.
Man, that's your rating system, dog.
I know.
You gotta
So now
rate
people
it.
can ask me if
You
it
don't get on the
bumps.
comments. So
Yes, I
just
do.
go ahead and
People
fucking
gonna
say it.
Just ask me if it bumps in the whip.
Yeah, man. Jarren Benton is cool, man. I've had it. Like I said, I had a chance to see him perform live. He definitely brings a lot of energy. I like his style. Unlike FIFO, I kind of like him more on the non-southern beats a little bit more for me. But that's more of kind of like a preface of what I want to hear musically. He doesn't sound bad at all on the southern beats, and he, like you said, or somebody said here, he actually does them well. So it's just more of a personal preference. But overall, man, yeah, definitely there's definitely I can probably put this on and listen to it a couple more times, man. He definitely had a couple of tracks, and his verses were always good to me. So that was, that's enough to keep me coming back to listening, to the songs in the mixtape. So definitely, man, props to him, man. And I'm glad we actually picked a good project of Jarren Benton to review, so he gets out of the arena pretty unscathed.
All right, man. Yeah. I mean, like, this was an okay project, man. It was an average project. I think with the energy that he has on the mic, I wouldn't mind seeing him live. I think I might have a more appreciation for this mixtape if I see him live and perform this, because I can tell dude has a lot of energy on the microphone. But take about 7 songs. I mean, that's about it. It don't bump in the whip. But
Still people lie.
People gave it away. Shit.
But yeah, it's an okay project for me, man. Not blown away. Yeah, dude can rap. I would like to see him perform live. That's all I gotta say. So that's it.
What was I gonna say?
Jarren Benton.
I like Jarren Benton, man. I think he's cool. I think he's got a really creative style. I don't, like B, I wasn't blown away by him, but I think what he's doing is interesting. I think him rapping the way he does over that type of production is really cool, because you don't hear that. You don't hear that weird mismatch mashup. So I think that is going to set him apart. So definitely keep doing what you're doing. Again, I can't front and say that the production is my thing. I don't really like that kind of production, but I don't think he should change. I think he should keep doing what he's doing. And yeah.
So you like the lane he's in?
I don't particularly care for that lane. But I think it's interesting to have somebody like that in that lane. Somebody that, put it this way, like I said with the Rick Ross production, I think it's interesting to have somebody that's really spitting like weird, crazy, just out the blue shit, versus doing what someone would do typically over that kind of production. I got money, I got bitches,
Especially
I got cars, I got riches. You know what I mean? Like, I got clothes, I got hoes. He's not doing that. He's just spitting just random ass weird shit, and I can dig that.
Yeah.
Oh, Jarren Benton, if you in Atlanta, let's talk, man. Let's talk about one-legged hoes and Casey Anthony, man. Let's talk about that.